today we're going to be building the zoo. Basically it's a stuffed animal zoo. This right here, I've already pre-cut all the material and I've sanded it all down. I want to make sure that it doesn't have any burrs. Basically I have 4 6 feet tall with 1 inch by 3/4 for the outer square. Then I have a 2.5 by 3/4 with 32-inch front railings, and a 32 by 32-inch with a 3/4 inch by 8-inch fascia, and then we have 12.5 by 2.5 with 3/4 inch, and we're going to put this all together. Okay, so this is going to be the front part of the zoo. As you can see, the fascia is thicker than the frame as well as the posting. So the next part will be the backside, and then we'll assemble it complete and whole for the final straw. Alright, this is the backing of the zoo. It's the same as the front, except for it has no large fascia. So the next step will be putting in these on the side and then zipping them together, and then there'll be a couple steps right after that while putting it together. Okay, so now that we have the back part of the zoo and the front part with the fascia done, now we are going to connect the sides, which will complete the box frame, and then after that we are going to zip in some tie downs and install the weaving of the rope to make it look like bars. Okay, I pre-measured these and put holes. I pre-drilled holes, so when I sink these anchors in, that where the rope's going to go through and make the straight line. This board right here is 12 and a half, so 12 and a half is 6 1/4. This one's 29. Half of that is 24 and a half, and half of that is 7 1/4.
14 and a half.
Sorry, 14 and a half and 7 1/4. And I'm going to pre-drill these. I've already pre-drilled these and then sunk these in. As you can see, it's pretty easy. I already pre-drilled this hole. Stick that in. You don't have to put a whole lot of lady or man on it until the end. And if that be the case, just take a screwdriver and turn it. Okay, and that's already there. I pre-drilled the hole to 1/2 inch, and these are 3/4 inch boards, so they shouldn't even go through. As you can see, I'm only sticking the tip where the threading is. I don't go the full 3/4, I'm only going to half. That way it doesn't go through the board, because it's very rare to find these any smaller. You can double knot it, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and do. Now you can see the rope is, well, it's still hot, but it's nice and sealed off. It's not going to fray. Okay, this is the finished product of the animal zoo. There is going to be one more step, and it's because I'm a precautious parent. Is I'm going to anchor this to the wall, so you never know. And then there will probably be another step where my wife will stencil in the zoo, or Ryan's zoo. Anyhow, this is the finished product. It probably took a total, after pre-cutting and putting it together, probably about 6 hours. I'm pretty anal retentive about measurements and whatnot, so I always double, triple check. Hardware that you're going to need is these screw eyes, which is 1/2 inch. You're going to need 1.5 inch screw, wood screw, and then 2 and then a 2.5 inch wood screw. Now the tools that you're going to need are going to be, one, a level. You're going to need to know and make sure that everything's level and square. Tape measure, razor blade for cutting the rope, a lighter, preferably one of these barbecue lighters. It's just easier so you can singe the rope. A screwdriver for a little bit of tension. A power driver with a 1/16 inch bit, and since I used a miter saw. You can either use a miter saw. I used a 10 inch miter saw, and you can also use a table saw. Just the miter was just easier. So that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends to come and check me out. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, and you have a great afternoon.